Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today I'll be reviewing the Tudor Black Bay 58 in Burgundy on a Jubilee style bracelet, reference M7939A1A0RU-0001. I'll tell you a little bit about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with the case. Now the case is a 39mm case. Now just so you know, that is a little bit on the small side. When I mean small side, Submariner, for example, is 41mm. They used to be 40, now they're 41. But this one is a little bit smaller than that. So if you wanted something to, you know, and Tudor being Rolex's smaller or younger brother, they didn't want to make exactly the same thing as Rolex and then charge you less money for it. No, they wanted to kind of stand out and have something different, give you an alternative. And they did that by producing this kind of Submariner, not look-alike, but, you know, same class, same style, but to add some different flavors to it. And one of the flavors that they add to it is by changing the size, which makes it available for more people with smaller wrists to wear. So that's the case, 39mm. And what else they did on this case, they did a really nice case in that they did a nice beveled edge and very streamlined lugs with a satin finish that incorporate the bracelet to the head of the watch in a very seamless way. And if you ask me, it's really nicely done. Now let's look here also at the thickness. I think it's a little bit over 12mm, maybe almost 13mm thick. Not terribly thick, but again, Tudor is not at the price point of Rolex, so they don't have the incentive to make it super thin. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes watches too thin makes it just look a little too fragile. So you're not a sporty watch, you kind of want to have it with some thickness. Anyways, with that said, let's go ahead here and look at the bracelet. Now, a bracelet here is the Jubilee style bracelet, and I like the bracelet in that they don't, like, for example, if you wanted to buy a Submariner and put it on, and the Submariner only comes on an oyster bracelet, but so you can't get it on a Jubilee bracelet. Some people have wanted the Submariner on a Jubilee bracelet because first of all, the Jubilee style, I call it the Jubilee style because the Jubilee is, that name is for the Rolex. This one is different from Tudor. I'm not sure what they call it. I guess they call it a 5-link stainless steel bracelet, which is not as fun name as a Jubilee. But anyways, this style bracelet really fits the hand much better than an oyster bracelet, okay? So therefore, it you know, it's a very desirable bracelet. And Tudor allows you to have that, okay? All right, and also let's move on here to the bezel, which is also part of the dial, I guess we can say. The bezel is unidirectional because it's kind of a dive watch in the sense that, well, it's kind of, I mean, it looks like a dive watch. It looks almost like the no-date Submariner. But they do a very cool color. And in the Submariners, they don't do cool colors. They just do black, green, or blue. That's it. They don't do funky burgundy, purple, you know, and other cool colors. And so with Tudor at the lower end of this, they really stretched out and did some pretty funky, cool colors. And the burgundy is what they came up with. And I think it's a really cool color. It's gonna, I'm not gonna say it's match a whole lot of things, but it certainly is unique, that's for sure. And I can also notice while I'm looking at this watch is that I noticed that the crystal is actually raised, and it's actually, when I look at it, when I look at the side profile of it, it's not only raised, it's actually domed. It's a domed sapphire crystal. And why is that? Well, in the old days, they would make crystals that were domed, but they were made of, I guess, a plastic crystal, so they would scratch really easily. But they didn't really figure out how to make sapphire crystals until later. Sapphire crystals are crystals that don't scratch and that pretty much are impermeable to scratch or being broken. But they were flat. So I think Tudor is trying to make a vintage style crystal by making it dome, but still adding the benefits of a modern crystal by making it sapphire. Okay, let's move on to the dial here. And the dial is a super legible dial. It's a Burgundy dial, as we said, matching the bezel. And it has these white gold, sorry, I'm not sure if they're white gold, but they're applied hour markers. So the hour markers are applied on afterwards and they luminesce. And the hands themselves are these really big hands. I think people even call those snowflake hands. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology for this. But the hands, the hour hand is a unique Tudor hand, and it's very legible. Okay, moving on here to the movement. Now the movement is a manufacturer caliber MT5400-U. It's COSC certified. That means, I forgot what it stands for. Superlative something, yada yada, certified official superlative something. Okay, anyways, it's self-winding, so that means you don't need to wind it, and it has a 65-hour power reserve. Okay, time to try this watch on my wrist now. I'm a huge Rolex fan, Tudor fan. Well, I'm a Tudor fan for the right price and the right configuration. This one definitely is a very cool configuration, so I'm definitely going to give it a thumbs up because you don't see a lot of Burgundy dials. I can't actually even think of a watch that's done in Burgundy. I know that AP makes a purple dial and some other places, but I rarely ever see a Burgundy dial. So I'm just going to say I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up, and those who have a slightly smaller wrist and want a dress watch but with kind of like a more comfortable bracelet, this watch is going to be for you. And at a price point of around $4,000 and change, you can really get this watch. It's quite a value, made by the same company that makes Rolex, but of course it's their economy version of it. But nothing wrong with that. Still a good watch. So look, if you want to buy this watch, go to jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.